All right, so today I'm going to be unboxing the task boot from Craft and Glory. So Craft and Glory is a manufacturer from India. I'm sure if you're watching this, then like me, you've seen a lot of their advertisements on social media. And I gotta tell you, from based on their advertisements and what they put on their website, I mean, the quality looks really good, especially for the price. So let's go ahead and unbox them. Okay, so this is the task boot in, I believe this is vintage tan. So from what I've read online, these are hand lasted and hand welted boots. Even though on their website, they do advertise that all their shoes or most of their shoes are Goodyear welted. Um, so here, this is that one side. It's the other side. Everything looks really clean. I gotta tell you. So these cost, I believe, just above $200 to get a hand lasted and hand welted boot for just $200. And it said it came with a leather midsole and leather heel stack. It's just a really, really, really good deal. So I wanted to try them. As you can see, it's a 6-inch boot with a pull loop, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyelets with 2 speed hooks, lug sole, and now their tongue is not gusseted. And it looks like they do put some slits in there to put your laces through to stop the tongue from sliding if it is sliding. Let's see, there's the inside. Oh yeah, their boots, they come with a removable insole. So this is their foam insole. It has a thin leather topping above it. I probably will swap this out with a leather insole from NYX. Seems like it'll get flat pretty quickly, but I'll give it a try. Here's the inside of the boot. There's some screws, I guess, attaching the heel. All right, so their welt appears to be a storm welt just because it has that rolled lip. Because Goodyear is not a type of welt. Goodyear is a process, so it just means like a machine attaches the welt rather than doing it by hand. So in order for it to be a Goodyear welt, you would need a Goodyear machine. According, I don't know, to what I've heard on the internet, those are really expensive, so they're not easy to get a hold of sometimes. So, and what I've read online about Craft and Glory is they hand last and hand welt their boots. So their boots, I guess, are not technically Goodyear welted. They're technically hand welted. And looking at this welt, it looks like a 360-degree hand welt, storm welt. If I'm incorrect, please let me know. Please, I'm not an expert, but if I get any of this wrong, please share in the comments, just because I'm always, trying to pass along the right information. So if I'm not, let me know so I can correct it. So on their website, Craft and Glory, in their description, they put that their boots have a 4 milliliter thick full vegetable tanned midsole. When looking at this boot, I actually don't see the midsole. I don't know why they have it on their description, but this is, it looks like a midsole, but if you look closer, this is actually just the welt. I can tell because of that slit right there that goes through the whole welt. That tells me that this is the welt, the storm welt, the hand welted storm welt. And I don't see a leather midsole. So here's an example of a 360-degree Goodyear welted boot. This is the Allen boot from Parkhurst in Natural Dublin. And as you can see, the Goodyear welt goes all the way around the boot. You can see the welt comes together right here, and underneath it is the midsole. You can see that's the welt because there's the slit. The slit goes through the welt. It's wrapped around the boot. And then this is just a flat piece of leather, the midsole. That's what I was expecting to see because that's what it's on the description on their website. Okay, let's see what else they give you. They give you, looks like they give you 2 laces, brown and yellow. Very nice. I like these feel like Taslan laces from Red Wing. These are very nice. I like the Taslan laces from Red Wing. And they also give you this boot bag with the drawstring. Heirloom, quality goods, Craft and Glory, established 2017. Very nice. All right, here's the other boot. Yeah, I think this is going to really have a nice patina. It feels like a really rugged leather. Not as soft and supple as the Rough and Tough from Red Wing, but again, we don't know which tannery they're getting their leathers from. I'm assuming it's local to India. Alrighty, let's try these boots on. Ooh. Okay, so they actually fit perfectly. So I ordered a size 11D. Now my normal shoe size in gym shoes is 10.5, but in my heritage boots I am usually a 10D. And from what I could find from people's feedback on the internet, Reddit specifically, Craft and Glory's last does run a little slim. A lot of people recommended not ordering true to size, but ordering a half size up. So that's what I did. I ordered 11D, and these fit me perfectly. I can tell you right now, I can feel the stiffness in the heel. And I'm assuming it's from the screws. I don't feel really any arch support. In fact, I feel like there's a little bit of a dip where my arches are. So overall, I think it looks like a really nice boot. And for the price of just over 200 bucks, I mean, you're getting a hand-lasted, hand-welted boot with a 360-degree leather hand welt, storm welt style. And you're getting lug soles, you're getting a leather heel stack. We won't know, what the actual quality of this leather is until I start using it and abusing it and see how well it holds up. But the stitching looks great. The hand welting looks great. Leather heel stack looks cool. We'll see how well this lug sole holds up. It feels like a softer rubber lug sole when I compare it to say a lug sole from Vibram. For what I'm going to be using these boots for, I don't really need a gusseted tongue. I really wish they didn't cut slits into the tongue. It's just another, point where dust can possibly get into my boot. We'll see how well this foam insert holds up. I don't expect it to be super comfortable and last, pretty long. I'm also very curious to see how these screws affect the feel after walking on these boots for a very long time, because they're not flush against the lasting board. This end is sticking up here. On all of them, it feels like the edge is sticking up on the back side. And so I'm pretty concerned, but I will follow up with a 1-month review to see how these do affect the feel. And then, yeah, I just wish it came with a leather midsole like it said on the website. I can see everything else they described is there. I'm assuming the steel shank and the cork filling is in there just because they have to fill the cavity created by the welt. Just don't put in the description that you're putting in a leather midsole if you're not going to be putting in a leather midsole. I would definitely compare this to the Red Wing blacksmith boot, and probably the Ranger to the Iron Ranger from Red Wing. And I think that's the sort of category Craft and Glory is going for. Their price is probably their most appealing aspect of it. But you can see where they have saved on those costs. And when I follow up with my 1-month review, I'll let you guys know, how I feel about this boot and if I would recommend it. Thank you guys for watching.